So it just came out that Jordan Love would not be practicing in Packers training camp. Packers training camp started on the today or the 21st, I believe it was. And Jordan Love is present but not practicing. The reason for this is contract extension. He still hasn't signed a new contract yet. Brian Gutekunst has said before that they wanted to get something done before training camp started and that they were real close, but training camp started and nothing has been done yet. So he's holding out. Like it's not really a holdout. Like he is present. He's doing everything but physically participating. So it's not a true holdout. He's just, not practicing because of health until he gets that new extension. Sean Clifford will be getting the first team reps per Matt LaFleur in his press conference. So until Jordan gets a new contract, he ain't practicing. Hopefully they get it done soon. They should get it done by the end of the week, probably, maybe middle of next week, but probably done sooner rather than later, since you don't want to be practicing without your starting quarterback. But yeah, I'm not sure what the holdup is. I'm not sure what kind of money is Jordan asking for or what the Packers are offering. We don't know yet, but hopefully it gets done soon. If we look here too, we can kind of see the top 10 quarterbacks that, what they're making now. You got Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence up there at $55 million per year. Trevor Lawrence just got a new deal done recently, tying him with Joe Burrow. Jared Goff at 3, Justin Herbert at 4, Lamar at 5, Jalen Hurts at 6, Kyler at 7, Deshaun Watson at 8, and then Patrick Mahomes and Kirk Cousins are tied at 9 with $45 million, and Josh Allen's at 11 with $43 million. So I don't think that Jordan Love's going to get like Joe Burrow money or Trevor Lawrence money. Personally, I don't think Trevor Lawrence should have got what he got now, but Jacksonville's bought into him. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve it. Maybe not that much, in my opinion. Jared Goff also recently got a new contract, and he puts him at number 3, just under these two at $53 million. I'm not saying that Jordan Love's last year was not a fluke by any means. It was not a fluke. He played well at the end of the year. He finally blossomed to a good quarterback. Just going through some growing pains and everything and what comes with it. But does he deserve to be the highest paid quarterback in the league? That's one thing. Now they do it and it all works out. Of course, no one's going to question it, but you don't want to pay the man all this money and then something happens, whether it be injury or just a decline, and then we're kind of screwed for the next 5 years with money. I think he should be top 10 for sure. Now, where? Probably not in the $55 million per year. I'd say about 50. But between Kyler and Jalen Hurts, it looks like between 46.1 and then 51 million. I'd say about 50 million per year probably sounds about right. 5-year, 50 million extension. 55 million or 56 million per year if they want to make him the highest paid. Might be jumping the gun a bit, but as a Packers fan, I want him there. And if we can lock him up for the next 5 years, that'd be nice. Especially if he is playing how he played last year, at the end of last year. But we'll even look at like Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence got a 5-year, $275 million contract extension that will keep him in Jacksonville through 2023 or 2030. Sorry. So basically, for the 2024 season, he's getting $1.5 million. However, nearly $40 million in total incentives this year of the new signing bonus with his extension. Yeah, Lawrence's average salary over the life of the 5-year extension is $55 million per year. So we don't know the full details of how much he's going to get this year. I guess they're saying average salary over the next 5 years is $55 million. So how it's saying that here, $1.5 million and then $40 million in signing bonus this year. So it's not $55 million, but the average of the next 5 years is $55 million per year if you divide it up evenly. And if you look at some of these stats too from last year, noted that Trevor did not play a full 17 games. He played 16, but completions 372 and 370. So they're right there with each other, even with the missed game. Jordan had more attempts, not by much, but more attempts. Trevor had a slightly better accuracy, completion percentage, I should say, and then Jordan had barely over 140 more yards and 143 more yards than Trevor Lawrence. Basically the same average, 7.2 and 7.1. Jordan did have 32 touchdowns compared to Trevor's 21, so that's a big jump. Interceptions, Trevor threw 3 more. Jordan only threw 11. Trevor was sacked 5 more times. So, you know, their stats aren't too drastic from each other. Like, they're pretty similar. I'm sure if Trevor played that extra game, he might be at, you know, maybe 24 to 25 touchdowns, maybe 15 interceptions, but he'd probably surpass Jordan in yards alone, maybe even in yards per attempt. And then maybe he definitely would pass him in completions, and then in attempts too, he might be right there around Jordan. So, yes, similar, almost similar. Trevor Lawrence was the generational, you know, quarterback, the best there is, best there was since Andrew Luck and all that stuff. But I don't think Trevor deserved that money. I understand where Jackson was coming from, wanting him to get him locked down now, sooner rather than later. Because if he goes out there and balls out this year, then he could have gone somewhere else and got paid more, you know. And then if you go to Jared Goff, they both played 17 games in the same division. Jared Goff also got his new contract. And completions, he had more completions than Jordan, more attempts, better completion percentage, more yards, better average attempts. Jordan did have 2 more touchdowns and Goff had 1 more interception, but they were both sacked 30 times too. Goff's kind of more proven. Like, you know what you're getting out of Goff, and Goff's been good, honestly. He got a lot of hate when he was with the Rams for some reason. I don't see what the hate was about. You know, and just like when Stafford and him got traded, everyone's saying how the Lions lost that trade, but in my opinion, it's probably one of the more fair trades. Like, you know, Matthew Stafford, they got the Super Bowl over there in LA, and Jared Goff's been very good since he's been with the Lions. You know, people just didn't like Goff for some reason. I don't know what it was. I thought Goff has always been good. I just put him more in the top 10 range, probably, you know, higher than top 15. Like, I think he's better than like, you know, Derek Carr. Maybe he could be better than Dak. I think Dak's good too, but I don't think Dak's, you know, top 5 QB or anything. I put Dak in probably top 10 almost too, if not that fringe top 15. But I think Jared Goff's decent. Like, out of these quarterbacks, other than Deshaun Watson and Kirk, I might take Kirk over Goff. Or they might be about the same level. But I don't think he's better than. I think they're both better than Deshaun Watson as of right now, which Deshaun has shown us that he's been back. But he's definitely. I still rather take Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes over those two any day. Kyler, maybe. I might take Jared Goff over Kyler too, and Kirk over Kyler. You just get that rushing upside with Kyler Murray and Jalen Hurts and Lamar that you do not get with those two. So for Jordan to be in the 50 million range, I think it's reasonable. They could just give him 56 million and make him the highest paid, or 55.1 million if they want to do that, like how when Deshaun got all that guaranteed money and averaged 46 million per year, Kyler was upset, so they got him a new extension and gave him 46.1 million per year just to get a little bit above Deshaun. So I think that's hilarious. But that's basically it. Hopefully at the end of the week we get a new contract extension for Jordan Love done. That way we have him locked in to 2023 or 2030 or 2031, 2029, if that's what they want to do. But yeah, that's it for now.